Hey everyone, this is Gravity Falls, Season 1, Episode 16, Carpet Diem. So that's an episode that happened. It's funny because just last episode I was talking about, how much I like when they have multiple story threads going, how much stronger it makes the show, how much more interesting, easier to talk about. And immediately afterwards we got an episode that's not. It's one story thread, whole body swap thing, which is pretty cliche and predictable. They're not getting along, they swap bodies, they learn to appreciate each other. I guess the interesting thing here was the question of who that room belonged to before, because, experiment 78, that's interesting. I mean, the obvious answer is belonged to the author of the journal. It's the same kind of meticulous mind that would do something like the journal. Would also have numbered experiments. And hiding things around the shack. So that's interesting. The implication is that the author of the journal lived in the shack, but was not Grunkle Stan, because Grunkle Stan is not that kind of mind. So, not to mention that that's not Grunkle Stan's room. So who was it? Another family member? A friend? A co-worker? A spouse? We don't know. Other than that, it's pretty much just standard body swap stuff. Honestly, Seuss's little adventure as a pig was more interesting. And the, 3 lines of Candy jumping into different bodies. That was probably the best part of the episode, was her reaction to finding herself in Dipper's body. I think at this point, I would really enjoy, like I said last time, I want a Wendy episode. I also want an episode that's just Seuss, Candy, and maybe Waddles having an adventure for some reason. Don't really care why. Just whatever reason can be concocted for the 3 of them to have an adventure together. Probably because they're the 3 most innocent characters. They just have no care about, all the social rules around them. They just are who they are. Waddles, obviously, because he's incapable of comprehending it, because he's a pig. But for Candy and Seuss, it's just doesn't bother them. And I like that. And I would enjoy seeing more of them. Plus, I love Candy's voice actress. Don't know her name. I know she's the voice of BMO in Adventure Time. But I just really enjoy it. The way she reacts to things and the inflections she puts on things are just really entertaining to me. She does well with these kinds of, BMO or Candy, these characters that are just strange and don't care about that they're strange. They're just having fun. And there's a sweetness to that. Otherwise, yeah, Dipper and Mabel having trouble living together. I wonder if this separate room things will stick. It's certainly the end of the episode left it kind of ambiguous. Are they going to move back to the same room, or are they just going to be separate rooms and spend more time playing with each other, or what? I do like that we touched upon the fact that Dipper has no friends. I mean, Wendy, but he doesn't want that to be a friendship. It is one, and if he were, not a hormone-riddled 12-year-old boy, he might be able to recognize that actually, hey, this is a friendship, and accept that and have fun with it instead of constantly trying to push towards something else. More like the previous episode. But other than that, he's got no friends at all. Maybe he has friends back home, who knows? But certainly in Gravity Falls, he has no friends at all. Well, Mabel has managed to make friends, and is able to have fun with them. And yeah, Dipper feels left behind. He feels left out. He feels lonely. While, Mabel just wants to have fun with her friends. It's not on her to, she shouldn't have to abandon her own friends to be Dipper's friend, and the episode doesn't suggest that she should at all. Nor does Dipper suggest that she should. But he feels lonely, and sometimes you respond to that by seeking more isolation. This kind of, at least can take control of the isolation. Make it as if it's your choice. By choosing to be more isolated. By, for example, leaving the room he shares with his sister and getting his own room. I think that's probably, the episode makes it pretty clear that's what's going on. It doesn't spell it out precisely, but, does state that the reason he wants to leave and have his own room is because he feels left behind. It's actually kind of interesting. Are there any other kids in Gravity Falls their age? We've seen Pacifica, and we've seen not Wendy. What's the name? Is it Glenda is her name? And Candy? And I guess Gideon is close to their age. That seems to be all the kids in town. And again, it's not a very large town. But it does seem kind of odd that there are 3 girls Mabel's age and no boys their age. Well, no human boys. There's been a merman, a zombie. But I don't know. I do kind of feel bad for Dipper. Isolation is not fun. But at the same time, what's he going to do if there are no kids his age? Delve into the secrets of research, I guess? I mean, I'm curious as to what some of the other stuff in that room is. I noticed a sort of pyramid-shaped thing that was kind of rainbow, acting like a prism. It was kind of iridescent. Sitting on the mantelpiece. I think there were a couple of other odd things in the room that I noticed. I don't really remember off the top of my head what they were, but I don't think the prism pyramid thing was the only one. But, who knows what else is in that room besides that carpet. So I'm interested to see if he'll be discovering more stuff, if he's going to be going more into, kind of what it was implied at the beginning of the series, that he would be exploring and researching the contents of the book, which has hardly shown up the last few episodes. So, be interested to see where this goes. Certainly, I think the existence of a numbered experiment in the Mystery Shack, the existence of a secret route, certainly imply, especially as we're getting towards the season finale, I suspect is an implication that there's stuff going on here, that there's going to be some discoveries made soon. At least I certainly hope so. I really don't want this show to go the way of the X-Files, where, they dangle mystery after mystery forever, but none of it has any actual answers. It's all just BSing by the writers. It would be nice if they actually had some idea of what they were doing. We'll see. We'll see. Otherwise, yeah, this felt like something of a transitional episode. I feel like it's hopefully setting things up for later. But we'll see. Anyway, here's hoping that next week has a bit more complexity to it, is a little bit less of a cliche, because the whole mind swap thing is almost as tired as the trapped inside a computer thing. Possibly even more so. So, yeah. Here's hoping for something a little stronger next time. Thanks. Those of you on the Patreon, happy Halloween, I guess. And I'll see y'all next episode.